here we are. It's Monday. It's chicken chatting. We don't have any recognisable chickens because Nick went and plucked 2 from the run. So, yep, we have 2 bantams. We do. Right, ladies? Yes, thank you. Right, okay, so what we're looking for here is a bit of poop, please, on a square in a sort of timely fashion. Nick, could you pop over to the White House for me? Just pop over to the White House. Okay, here we go. And you know, I don't know quite what to say, but I think that chicken's just about to poop. Oh my goodness! Right, okay. We have, thank you very much, darling. We have 196, 377, 134 and 37. 196, I'm going to have to take a picture of this, and I don't have a camera. I'm going to have to take it, write it down. Excuse me, people. Oh my golly. And my pen has gone. I'm going to write this here. Well done. You're clever girls. I like you all. Right, so we've got poo. This is very technical. See? Poo. Then we've got 377, 196, 134, 37, and there's 148 down there. I'm going to have to consult with Janine because you know what? I, honest to goodness, have absolutely no idea just how this works. Right, so I've got the numbers and I've got the chickens in position. I'm waiting for Janine to turn up. I'm about to turn this thing round. And you know what happens when I touch this? Oh, it worked. That's a miracle. Don't ask me how I did that, but something must have worked for today. Goodness. It's shocking, to say the least. Okay. Oh, my golly gosh. So, Carlene's having a sleep. So, she's had a busy day. She used the shower for the first time. She's had, the physical therapist was here, the nurse was here. There's been lots of people coming and going. So, we've just got to let her sleep. And I think that's probably the best idea. So that's why she's not here and we're not over there at the moment. Now, I know Dee, you've got to get here quickly. These are my speedy chickens. They've obviously been in training. Quick poopers. Sam, I'm not going to give that box, I'm not going to open the box that you sent because I'm going to wait for, I'm hoping Carlene's going to be awake tomorrow. So I would like Carlene to open it if that's okay with you, because I think that's quite special to her. Right, okay. Thinking about things here. It's been pretty busy Monday, as you saw. The chickens, no, not the chickens, the rabbits and Sizzle and Wanda were out this morning, and they did a lovely job. It was pretty busy, lots of people, and a nice day. The horses have all settled in really well. The 2 mares and the gelding, I've made up quite a nice trio. We're keeping Willow in the arena at the moment because the two mares can be a bit snippy with each other. So we're letting them go on with life. And Wilbur's hanging out there at the moment, although he has been for a little wander, I will say. Brittany said that she found him and he was, I think he was over at the White House actually. And then I got a text from Carlene and she said, there's a horse looking in the window at me. So he was retrieved and put back in the arena. And the reason he got out was because Janine let him come out for a wander with her. And then she left suddenly, and she phoned me. She said, "I think I've left Wilbur out." So he was just having a little wander, but he's a good boy and he doesn't go too far. So that's not so bad. There's lots of work going on. They're finishing off the trim, and as you've probably heard, in the arena end, and it's just the boards are all up, the trim's going around the edge, and just tidying it all up. So that will be lovely, and I'll try and get a photograph of that later. There's going to be Wallace in the arena probably around about 3:30. I have a lady 6:30. I have a lady coming to look at one of the horses, and then he'll be training humility, and he'll also be training Noel. So that's probably just sometime after 6:30. So that's good. And Bao has been working all day today, and he is putting up the cross rails on the fencing. They put I think it was probably the first thing that they did when they got here after Service Dog left. They put all the uprights into the ground for the paddocks, and cemented them in, got them all beautifully straight, and then the weather just went haywire. So there was no point in actually doing anything else with them until today, because the weather's beginning to come back up. And once we've got that in place, it's going to be much easier with the animals on here, because the 2 stalls are ready to come into use, and it will just give us a lot of safer, more condensed space for particular animals. Although I will tell you, I think you've probably noticed, our horned goats, they can get under any fence. So they're doing really very well at the moment, and they're just meandering all over the place, which is nice. We're having to keep Penny out because Penny's not very good with chickens, shall we say.
Most dogs aren't good with chickens.
Well, Sizzle's very good with them, and Wanda.
Oh.
I know, I've done it already.
Oh my gosh, I missed it.
You totally missed it.
Oh man, what a great selection of chickens I had today then.
I know, those were the best chickens you could possibly have chosen.
Did you get all the numbers?
I did. They're there.
Right. Well done.
Thank you. Can I have that over, please? Because believe it or not, this is from Jan Gerhold, which is lovely to see. So I should probably open this up and take it from there. And the nice thing is, Kate is going to come. Our Kate, who is on Meredith ordinarily, she is going to come, and I think she's going to watch Wallace training as well. So that will be lovely.
Tonight?
Mm-hmm. At 6:30.
6:30.
I know. Thank you very much, Jan. Very kind of you. Okay, Mark Twain. Get your facts first, then you can... Then you can do with them as you please, I think. Well, that would be a good idea. Before humans, bison once ranged over nearly the entire continent, everywhere except the coasts and deserts. Well, you know, bisons are actually Nick's favourite animal.
Well, they're actually my second favourite animal now.
Why is that?
Oh, because donkey's my favourite animal now. But I do love bison. And actually, oddly enough, when I was looking for those doors earlier in the basement, I came across our bison picture.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
The screen print.
Yeah, we'll have to get that up on the wall.
Yes.
Once we get to that point. But yeah, I do like bisons. Bison.
Oh my goodness. Well, this is getting worse. Each year, bison injure more Yellowstone Park visitors than bears do. I think they're actually quite dangerous, bison, believe it or not. Well, I'm sure you do believe it, because we don't have bison really actually in Scotland, believe it or not. So,
although we did see them there once.
Yeah, in a national park.
It
was in it had the Highland National Park up in the Cairngorms, and they had a few bison, and I remember the warnings, because it was one of these parks that you drive through in a car, and it was like, under no circumstances stop and allow the bison to, or get out of your car near the bison. They're very dangerous. I was like, okay, good to know.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
Yeah.
Now, Sam, I'm not going to open that big box that you sent for Carlene, but there is, I think this is also from,
Well,
from
so
Sam.
I don't know if this was just something Caroline ordered. Or...
No, this is from Sam.
Right, okay.
It's from Chewy. Oh my golly. And, oh, lovely. Thank you very much. Apple snacks and apple nuggets for our visits. Thank you. 6 bags of them. That's a lot. That will keep us going. The other thing is, Lisa and Bob, thank you so very much for the medalist pellets that you sent through. I am steeping some as we talk for some of the horses. They're very much appreciated. And also the pea flakes came through, just to let you know. So that's great. Thank you very much. And the pea flakes we use for the chickens and we use for the rabbits. And they go down very well. They're very popular. So I wonder, do I need to go back here and see if I've got the questions on here?
Well, the first
What's the first question
thing
you've
I've got is Joe saying hello, Bella.
Nope. So, hello chickens indeed. Wanda is with Janine and Janine is on her way. Hello Ashley. Ashley comes with us to auction. She's our auction expert. I know, that's a super fast chicken. Honestly.
I know.
You left and she went, boop. I was like,
that's the effect I have on women.
that's a terrible image.
I know. People won't be able to get that out of their mind.
I don't think I can get that out of my mind. That's horrible. You're terrible. Oh dear.
I'm a chick magnet.
A chick magnet indeedy. Oh. Hello chicks. Oh, they're lovely.
They're nice, those little chickens, those ones.
Yeah, they're lovely, aren't they? Mm. They're nice wee girls.
What kind are those?
They're bantams. I don't know if you can see them over there. Are they all on camera? They're really lovely. Nice, friendly little girls. They come and talk to you.
A sizable poop.
For a small chicken, yes.
Yeah, it's really like, normally it's a splat. That's like a... Like
concise.
It's like a number 3.
Hey, Bella. Now, we'll have a look at these numbers. And I was trying to explain to somebody today, I don't actually, I've never been on the management side of the Mosaic boards.
Well, I looked on it last night, and it's quite interesting because you can see all the, all the different pictures, and you can also see how complete it is and all the rest of it. So, yeah.
There you go.
I was quite surprised.
Yes. But I think one of the problems we had was that when you go through the Mosaic board, how did this work? Somebody was looking for a number, and the Mosaic board that Fugan had posted on the chat on the website was the actual board, but the one that I had accessed was not the actual board. Where did I find it? Yeah, I found it in... can't remember. So I don't know how that works. I don't think I want to know because it sounds like a learning process and I hate computer things. Blah. We'll get there. So somebody will have the numbers. It's not me though. Have I put this on backwards? What have I done? Yeah, I have done this backwards. I put the phone round the other way. I don't normally do this. I'm not very good at this nonsense. Look. Right.
No, it's the right way around.
Yeah, look, that thing there is. Oh, did we do that? Did you do that mirroring thing?
Yeah. So it's
So
now
Nick-
the right way around, yeah.
So Nick has... How many years? Did we do this for over a year? We've done this for over a year with this blinking phone. And like if I, now this is the test. If I hold that up, you can see that, and it's the right way round because Nick's mirrored it, and I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
So now we're actually on the right side of the video. Right. Isn't modern technology wonderful? Mm-hmm. So all these problems we had when we were holding cards up have now just been eradicated just like that. So that's absolutely wonderful. So now we're all in the right place and moving forward swiftly, yeah? Yes?
Yes.
We are. But now I'm making a right mess here. Okay, let me check that number. Yes, it is 377. If that's your number, Jane, it is your number. Well done. Congratulations. Right, so have you got all the questions, hellos to Bella?
Yeah. So Pat was saying that Penny was nose to nose with Jemmy through the fence today.
Does not surprise me.
Was she barking?
She's a nice wee cow, Jemmy. She's been all over the area behind where the old Donkey Cafe was. They just wander.
She's been out exploring and she's been playing with the donkeys as well, I think. Yeah.
And the horned goats don't cause her any trouble. It's well, firstly it's fortunate, and secondly that's you know.
I think Elvis has got them in a. Elvis is like watching you guys because he was standing there, and they went up like on one side of the fence. There's a fence this side and there's a fence that side. He was standing on this side, and they were walking towards him, and they walked very close to the other side. Like, sorry, Elvis, just passing through, and then like went out underneath the fence up at the bit where it's shorter, where it's taller, and yeah. So I think they were like, they know not to mess with Elvis.
And the funny thing is, those goats are actually really lovely. Really lovely. The only one that is problematic is actually Mabel because of her headbutting. That somebody taught
me today in the,
did she?
In the arena.
And other times she's just lovely. The one that's that I am very, very fond of is Tommy. I think he's fantastic. He comes up for his ear scratches, and he's a really nice goat. But they remind me, if anybody's had children of a certain age or have watched that, is it a Disney Pixar movie, Madagascar? And they had all the Madagascar, they had all there was penguins, like 3 penguins, and they were in charge of everything, and they went away as a wee group, and they did things, and they sorted things, and that's like
those guys.
Yeah, that's what they're like. They're all out together. They're all on a mission. They're all doing things, and they're busy, and they're just round about everything. And I love them down here because it's just they're just far more active when they've got all the other animals round about them. So I'm really hoping that we'll be able to maintain them as part of a herd. And they don't seem, I know, and they don't seem to have any interest in actually headbutting anyone. Have you seen it? Them headbutting any animal, not person. People, animals.
But other animals, I don't think so.
Oh, you're a clever girl. Yes, you are.
A bunch of people asking where Carleen is.
Carleen is having a snooze.
Yeah. And we do have to kind of do this over here because there's not really enough room over there, and it's a bit of a major logistical issue.
Yeah. And not only that, we would have to... What you saying? What? What? Huh? Come down here. Come on, wee girls. So, and the other thing is we would have to take the shatting board all the way over there, and quite frankly... Oh, there she is. Look, Nick. Look.
Yeah. Marlon is asking you to take a picture of the shopping square.
I shall,
it is.
once I get my phone back.
Yeah.
And Penny has been keeping me company in the HQ today. And she opens the door just like that. You touch my chickens and they'll be all hell break loose. I know, you're such a good
Somebody
girl.
said, what happened to the yard cat?
Is it down? Penny?
Said it's frozen or something.
Is it?
I wasn't aware of that.
You didn't have to turn it off.
Joe said it's fine.
Right, okay. Maybe refresh and see.
Sorry, Suzanne, it might be a you problem.
Nick, you need to put her out because she will go for the chickens and then we've got a big problem.
Penny.
Good girl. Good girl. Come on, my love. He's a good girl. Good girl. Well done. Sorry, darling. Honestly.
No, that's not the message for you to do that.
No, we don't. It's like a negotiation, this. Yeah, so. I hope the camera's up because it shouldn't be down.
I think it is okay.
Okay.
You have tumblers in Scotland, Roger Reed says.
We do have tumblers.
As in glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you get Fernanda's box?
No. Was it delivered?
I think she had a box delivered on the weekend or something, did she not?
Yeah, that's it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's from Sam. That's not from Fernanda.
All right, okay.
I haven't seen your box unless somebody else has it.
It's not there.
Oh. Hold on. Oh. No, I know what that box is and that's not it either. And that's from Lisa and I'd like Carleen to open that because it's got something that's particular to Carleen in it. Penny?
Okay.
So, I do not have your box and I have not seen it. Was it delivered?
I don't know.
Did somebody say?
No,
it was
Fernanda
delivered?
was asking, said, did we get her box?
I have not seen it yet. No. Sorry. I will look for it.
Yeah. Lisa said the other box can be opened by her tomorrow.
Yeah, that's why I was keeping it aside.
Name of chickens, we have no idea. All suggestions welcome.
But don't expect us to remember them because we actually have 5 chickens that all look very similar. One of them is Eloise, but she's got a dark tuft, and then we know Bartholomew, and we've got Fitzwilliam. But Fitzwilliam is a bit of a pest. He's one of the roosters, and he's a frizzle rooster, so he has like inverted feathers, so he's quite interesting. And I've got another few bantams that I'm actually working with. One of them's a frizzle as well, and just going to see what we can put into the program. Now, of course, the one problem we have at the moment is there's bird flu kicking around, so the birds are not going out any longer. They're going to be based on the farm, which gives me stacks of time to work on them and get them handled comfortably.
Okay. Jeannie is asking what the winning numbers were.
The winning numbers were 37 was the overall winner, and then the 4 from roundabout were 196, 134, 37 and 148.
Okay. Are these the chickens you had in a box as a baby chickens a while ago?
No, these were given to me. And Bartholomew was given as well, so I suppose they're rescues.
Thing 1 and thing 2.
Thing 1 and thing 2.
That's a good one. like that.
They're very sweet though. And when they do lay eggs, they're about that size. They're minuscule. And they don't lay them very regularly either.
Thank you, Nick, for your brain. What did I do that used my brain? Don't remember that.
Well, now we know you've got one, we'll be deploying it all the time.
Yeah, Jane says it's her number.
Whoa,
Congratulations, Jane.
congratulations. So we had, I keep forgetting it was the weekend and we haven't spoken. So we had a really busy weekend. Saturday, Nick and I, we were on Meredith in the morning. And then, I've got a feather in my mouth. Excuse me. And then we had somebody come to the farm to view Willow. And so that took up some time in the afternoon in the arena. Janine was painting the stalls because we have to paint them when the weather is warm enough, otherwise they stay tacky. And they're still a touch tacky because the weather dropped quite significantly. In fact, on Saturday night, it went from 5 o'clock to 11 o'clock. The drop in temperature was 30 degrees, which is quite substantial. And we found that the next morning the stain on the woods was still very tacky, so we can't put animals in there until that's absolutely dry, otherwise it will just attract hair and then we'll have hairy walls, and nobody needs hairy walls. So that's what we did then, and it's just really been constant pick up and go. There's what Bow has been working on the fencing since the weekend, and then on Sunday it was lovely. There was lots of people in to see Carleen. She's had a really busy weekend with lots of visitors, and it just keeps ticking over. And when you think that you've got a moment, you don't, because something happens. So, can you think of anything else we did at the weekend? We did Meredith and Sunday as well.
Oh yeah, well, so one of the things I did at the weekend was I brushed Noodles. And he looks like a different dog now. We've been kind of looking at him over the last few months, thinking his head's awfully small for his body.
Very much.
Like it was out of proportion. Little did we realise that he was just incredibly fluffy. So we got one of those, it's called the Furminator.
It's actually not.
Is it not?
No, it's actually a goat brush. I'm really sorry. The Furminators, sometimes they cut the hair off. So,
Right, okay.
so this is a goat rake.
It's a goat rake. We used that on Noodles. And I swear to God, it just kept coming off all this fluff. And by the time I'd finished, he looked like a different dog.
So he looked like a very out of proportion, small, fluffy dog with a tiny, tiny head and an enormously round body. And now he looks actually like a sheepdog. And he's all in proportion. So it's quite funny. So you should probably dig out your photos and do a before and after.
Yeah, I should actually.
Because, yeah. It's so funny because he's just got this tiny wee head and this massive ruff round his neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like, he does look like a little lion, actually.
does.
He just looks like a lion.
But the downside of it is the temperature then dropped, and he was like a limpet in between you and I,
that's
wasn't
right,
he?
Yeah, because he lost all his fluff. So,
Not best pleased.
what else? So today I looked out, like, we're trying to get the kitchen finished in the White House, so I had to find all the right doors and shelves for the cabinets. So I found all of those and brought them down so the guys can finish that part of the job off. So that's good. Fernanda said it was priority mailbox. Says it was delivered on Friday night.
Oh, Friday night?
It's probably either in our house. The problem we have here is each of the delivery people leave the
Everywhere.
the mail in different places. So USPS tend to leave the mail in the mailbox. Amazon tend to leave the mail. Some Amazon guys leave it in the delivery hut, which is in the driveway. Other Amazon guys leave it outside our house at the garage. Some of them leave it at our front door. FedEx guys do
Whatever they
whatever
fancy.
they feel like. And they could be anywhere. And so I'm sure it's here, Fernanda. We will find it. I'm sorry if it seems careless. I just don't. There's a lot of things to keep track of. I'll go and take a look after this.
On Saturday morning at 6:50 in the morning, I was having my second cup of coffee. It was quite delicious. I was actually still in my pyjamas because I was about to chuck on my barn clothes, and there was a commotion at the front of the house, and I thought, oh gosh, this is, something's going on and I'm not sure what. So I went out the front door and onto the side porch, and standing there resplendent in my PJs with my cup of coffee, and I saw a delivery van that had obviously reversed up the driveway and got to sort of like round about the garage area of our house. And I thought, you know what, he had this enormous long skinny package. I thought, I have no idea what that is. I said, I know it's not for me, and I'm hoping it's for the farm, because to get that back off the farm, it was going to take another big truck. So I sort of shouted over to him. I said, excuse me. I said, excuse me. I said, what's the name in the package? And he went, oh, I don't know. And I'm like, oh, great. So I said, could we just double check? And he said, it's Janine. And I went, oh, Janine, that's fine. So it's the work surface. So the work surface for the White House was delivered to my house.
And it's still there.
And it's still there. Because it's just... Well, I don't think it helps when every building has a number on it that does not correspond to anything on the farm. We've got building 64, we've got building this, that and the other. So I don't think anybody's really got a clue as to where things are to be delivered. So that doesn't help the matter. But everybody seems to be bypassing the actual mail hut at the moment. So it's a bit tricky.
Yeah.
Gives us something to do because we've got so much time on our hands.
I don't remember fixing the computers this weekend. I don't know. Somebody said I was fixing computers.
You could have been. I think the problem with the computer is, just to be totally frank, when the computers went into the house, excuse me, we because Caroline had been away for so long, we changed I helped her change the passwords, because the recovery phone number is Carlene's number and my number and her email address. And I had, Janine gave me the codes when I was writing the Daily Doggy. She gave me the codes for Constant Contact and for Carlene's email. And I was using the codes that Janine gave me, and of course I stored them on my iPad. So when I came down to try and put them on Carlene's computer, I naturally couldn't actually remember what the code was, because I'm notoriously awful with passwords. So I said to her, let's just create something that we will remember and we'll write it down. So we changed the passwords and we wrote down the new password. And I thought, look at us being totally and utterly efficient and technology forward. And then the next thing she said is, I can't do this because it's not working. And I said, oh, well, that's not good. So I wandered down, and I think the problem actually isn't that the passwords are stored and you just need to click and it comes up automatically and fills it and opens it. But the problem is the computer. Carlene downloads everything onto her desktop. It is cluttered and it's going really slowly. So what we really need to do is find a hard drive, put all the stuff onto a hard drive, because I think she's probably got stuff on there that she needs to keep. And then I think that will speed up the computer. And then when she goes to sign in, everything will log in a lot quicker. Because when it takes a little while, she gets impatient and then she thinks it's not working. And then she presses the button again and again and again. Now, I personally can quite understand that level of frustration. But I think it's causing the computer to give up the ghost, and it then says no, and then we've got a problem. So it's getting everybody all on the same page, and we do have passwords, we do have access. It's maybe not as fast as she'd like. So we're getting there.
Joanne says get rid of cookies. I think she means the electronic kind. Yeah.
Oh, that's not a me problem. That's a him problem.
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
I'm not sure. Just turn off cookies.
Well, I will tell you that all the cookies that were sent in from New Year, they all came in this way. Carlina's doing a very good job of getting rid of those cookies, so thank you.
I think the one problem with actually turning off cookies is, like, you know when you go onto a website and it asks you for your login, and you've saved it, and it populates it automatically for you for things you go on regularly. I think that's done by a cookie.
All right,
Yeah.
so then we would remove that.
But if you didn't have cookies, then it could be a problem. That could be a big problem, actually.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So Joe says change the location of the download folder from desktop. That's a good idea.
That means nothing to me.
Well,
Yes.
normally there's a download folder, and it all goes into this folder called download, which isn't your desktop. Yeah.
Yeah, but Carleen actively chooses to download to desktop.
Right.
That's what she chooses to do.
It sounds like a user problem, Joe. And he also says you need to be careful about turning off cookies. Yeah. I think Joe knows about these things.
Yeah, I just eat cookies. I'm not into the fiddling with them online.
I'm sure Joanne does as well, but
yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't personally turn cookies off on my laptop for the reason I.
Have I got cookies on my iPad?
I'm sure you do, darling.
It always says to me, accept cookies, and I say no.
Well, that's probably why you can't remember any of your passwords.
I rely on brain power now.
There's your first problem. But sometimes you clear cache. Somebody's saying you need to clear your cache sometimes.
Oh, I don't think I've ever done that.
I do that sometimes.
Is that like your trash?
No, there's these temporary files downloaded into this thing called the cache, and it can get cluttered up, and it's good to clear it out sometimes.
Sounds great.
Yeah. Every now and again, I have to defrag my brain, just to make sure it works properly to get it to speed up. Get to the end of the week and you feel like you need to defrag your brain.
Naturally. I thought everybody did that.
I don't know, Joanne, that sounds quite fancy that you had your computer personally clean up your mess. She's got a computer that cleans up after herself.
Oh my God.
My goodness.
Can you imagine me with a housework computer? That would be absolutely phenomenal.
Oh my gosh, I know everybody gets really worried about this whole thing about robots and everything like that, but oh my gosh, if they could invent a robot that did the housework, I would be the first in line. Would you not?
Oh no, I'd be behind you.
No, but seriously, it would be, if they could just do things like clean the floor,
Yeah.
sweep up the dog hair, take the trash out, clean the sink, load the dishwasher, do those sorts of things, that would just be amazing.
Yes. That actually would
There
be
are
quite
cookies on your iPad, says Joe. Yeah, that's the other thing. I do actually know how to do a few of these things. Again, it's just getting the time to do them. One of the things is when you boot the computer up, there's a bunch of programs that are automatically configured to load when you turn the computer on. and over time you can end up with too many of those. So it takes you about 2 or 3 minutes to be able actually to use the computer effectively because it's busy loading all these things, and also because you've opened up all these programs, using up your RAM and makes the thing go slow and all the rest of it. So so we could look at that too. I think I actually know how to do that.
I actually made a terrible mistake. I filled up my email. Here's Janine coming. Thank goodness. I filled up my email, and then in a peak of distress, because I couldn't work out how to sort it, I think I got rid of like 500,000.
Oh, was that not because you'd run out of space?
Yeah, I'd run out of space, but now I'm missing things. Hello!
Who won?
Don't let her in. Jane Worley won. Isn't that lovely?
Nice.
She's coming in and
Look at the perfect.
And
Those are pretty.
can I tell you?
chickens.
I know. And
That's
can I
not
tell
the
you
normal
another
ones.
thing? Within a minute. I have high performing chickens.
Yeah.
Aren't they nice wee chickens?
Yeah.
They are super. Now they're just having a little rest after their performance.
Oh, I know.
It's stressful.
Yes.
Pooping on demand.
Yes.
So, and I've got the numbers, which is wonderful. And your mother's having a snoozy,
Okay. Yep.
a restorative
Okay.
snooze.
So get those numbers to Judy.
I've got them here.
Did we? I hate to say this, but okay. So she did get all. I think we're all caught up with.
Posting things out.
Because Brittany was here today, so
Yes.
she updated the website with the new long sleeve T-shirts.
Oh, super.
She ordered all the missing T-shirts. She has fired me completely, as I should have. I deserve.
Isn't that a relief?
God, is it ever? Because I have failed miserably. So she has completely fired me. She's taken over so much that she now is in direct contact with the with our supplier, the T-shirt guy. So I've even been cut out of that loop. 'cause
We
I
will
failed.
be totally and utterly delighted.
Yeah, she texted me this morning and she was like, "Did you pick up the hats?" And I was
hats,
like,
yeah.
"What hats?" The hats you ordered last week, the 50 hats. I was like, I ordered hats, but I had ordered hats.
We told her where the hat guy was,
Okay, yeah, she's.
like next to the ice cream shop.
Oh well, I was a lot better in the
Did
warmer
you say
weather.
that?
Yeah. But when it got cold and and they shut down that ice cream
shut it
shop
down.
for the winter,
I know.
then that's where the supply chain failed.
Yeah, that's actually
want a
interesting. Yeah.
No, I'm in the process of doing 15 things.
Okay.
We have to reach out to Jane Worley and ask her what picture, because that part I got tape today, was the hold up in the processing of the frames as we ran out of tape. And so I went today with Judy.
Who got tape?
What was it? Oh, that was
a chicken.
Jesus.
They're very gentle.
Yeah, it's not like having Bartholomew
No.
around.
Oh, these ladies just.
They're gentle. Chip, chip, chip.
I know.
And is that why Penny's so excited? Is because there's chickens
Yes,
in here? She's
yes.
wicked excited.
Yeah, and she's wicked kept out there because, quite frankly, she's
Yeah.
a bit too jumpy.
We cannot bring Penny on jobs with bunnies because she gets too crazy. Like,
Yeah.
wicked crazy.
Yeah, and your job with the bunnies looked lovely.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
It was good this morning. And they're super excited about the cow.
About the cow.
Yeah, the new cow.
She's doing really well, that wee cow.
Yeah.
She's out with everybody. Those horned goats are not headbutting anybody other than humans.
Right. Well, I had a conversation because she tried to take down Judy today,
The goat.
the girl.
The other three are lovely.
No, not lovely, but she is definitely the culprit.
Yeah.
So she
tried
was
to
smashing
take me,
into the
She
door.
tried to take me out today as well.
Did you tell her not to do that?
I shouted at her.
You said,
I
Judy,
I
no
did-
more of that behaviour.
I didn't. No, it was the
Well,
other
I
one.
think- I think-
Mabel.
Yeah, I think what I've done is I take my gloves and if I see her coming, smack her across the nose, and then just be like, "Don't engage," because I think she thinks she's playing with us.
Yeah, she does.
So she has to learn that we're not. I'm like that game, and
She
even
does
when
this,
she does
but
her
she-
hi-fi with me, I don't even do that anymore. I'm
The
like, you ruined
thing
everything.
she does with me is she gets her head in front of me, then puts her
Oh yeah.
horn
That's the
round
bit
my
that's- I
leg.
know, it's so
and,
sore.
It's actually, and then I normally swear, but I was on camera and I didn't swear.
Yeah, we gotta
Oh,
get.
how restrained.
Yeah, I'm watching Penny because I don't want her to be jumping. She's outside, so I'm watching her. Yeah, it's the head in front of you. Got to start
And
paying
then she
attention.
hooks you. I know.
And it's so fast.
It's so.
But I don't think she's trying to be mean.
No, I figured that.
I think she's just. I think she was trained by somebody to headbutt, and
I don't know who would have done that.
Got a bit out of hand.
It was a good idea at the time.
Yeah, that's another job Janine's been fired from. Donkey is goat training.
Goat training. Yep.
Yeah.
So, but I feel like today I'm looking over there. If you turn the camera, you can see the pile that.
Oh, the
Brittany
very neat
left.
pile.
You don't have to turn the camera, but you can see a pile of. It says ready to ship.
I know.
And Judy's trained to pick up that package. So tomorrow, when we go to our bunny job, which is I don't even know where it is. I think it's in Haverhill tomorrow.
Right.
We will take that and we stop on the way back. So we're getting organized.
And we shall put that in as well.
Put that over there in the pile.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everything that's the mail.
Our thank you
Okay,
cards.
so
Yes.
speaking of undesirable animals, when are the porkies coming?
We had to put the porkies on hold because we are running out of money, and we would need to put
Fencing in.
and right now
Porkies.
my coffers are dry because
Yes.
I'm doing so much.
Yes. I know.
I mean, I just finished the house
Yes.
for my mother, and now we're going on to the barn. We did have a donor that helped with the barn, but
Yes.
the rest is coming. And it's not just the barn; it's the cabin needed a new this and that, and so I'm just running out of money.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I'm gonna. I think what I may do, and I want to get feedback from everybody else, is I'd like to put together some sort of donation to donate if people wanted to donate to some of the reconstruction of this property because it's going beyond what I'm capable of doing, and the things like the what was it, the Puppy Hill fence was not something that I calculated on having to do, and so therefore it's out of my budget, and it is something that we exclusively need for Goldy's farm animals. So I thought maybe we could
to keep them contained, obviously.
and right now, bringing in more animals that we can't keep contained is something that I'm not really willing to do. And the other thing is the fence that goes from, I want to put in a fence from the headquarters, the ICU, the headquarters, to the G tent and clean up that whole mess. And there's a lot of cleanup there, and the fence is already falling down. And so I'd like to do that too. So I was going to see if people would be willing to. If you guys think it's a good idea that we would put together a link on our website for if you just want to contribute to the not the sustainability, the reconstruction of the property, because the chicken board, which thankfully sold out. Yes,
Thank you very much.
that pays for operation. That pays for feed, vet care, staff.
It's like a capital investment fund.
Yeah, a capital investment fund is we brought Nick on for a reason.
Oh God, he's been talking about computer stuff as well.
Yeah.
Just gets me confuddled.
He's not just a pretty face.
He's not. Somebody said he had a brain as well.
Yeah.
I think they're flattering
Yeah.
him.
Yeah,
Flattery
they're
gets
flattering
you a long
him.
way.
Yeah. Well, it gets a lot of work out of him. So.
Yeah.
And so so I'm thinking about doing that if people would be interested in donating to that.
Yes.
Okay.
I also want to. But
Dodie says she'll donate to a new generator.
oh, that's another problem. Is the generator?
Oh, there's
problem.
another
Yes.
one. Thank you. We'd forgotten about that one.
The generator, yeah, well, I can't afford the generator. It's not just the generators; it's
It's the wires.
fixing all those wires that got cut. So they didn't calculate that in. I didn't calculate the amount of cleanup expenses. Well, I did know it was going to be bad, and I did know I was going to run out of money. What am I talking about? So it would. I was just seeing how far I could get with the money that I have, and it's fixing up the barn, fixing up the White House for Carlene is about as far as I can go. Gwen's good. I just talked to her today. She's in South Carolina, and she's talking about making a trip up here soon.
Is she not in North Carolina?
North Carolina, yes, that's right. South Carolina, I've heard, is on fire.
Yeah, that's where you live.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So
Jane, who's that? Jane said she'll donate to whoever you want. I've been really wanting a new car, Jane. So I'll just send me your email. I'll call. I'll give you a call after this. Okay.
Yeah, that was not the kind of fun we're talking about, Nick. Yeah. So, but we're even if we don't get the Puppy Hill fixed and we don't run a campaign and we don't use Puppy Hill until later on, I probably can do a lot of it with the tractor. And we could probably do a lot of it ourselves.
Yeah. But the problem we're really having at the moment is everybody's spread so thin.
Oh, I know, that's the problem. It's nice to be able to just continue on with the group that we have, that's D-Rock Construction. We get along with them really well. They're doing a great job.
I was looking at the top bit of the back of the barn.
Yeah.
Like there's a kind of triangular bit, and they finished that bit.
Okay.
It looks amazing.
Yeah,
like,
they're really good.
They're actually they're
and they're good to work with.
Their carpentry is really really nicely done. Actually.
And they give us a price.
And
we stick to it. Stick to it. They don't nickel and dime us, and they do what they say, and we do what we say, and it's all. I feel like it's a good relationship. They like in the contract. However, it does not say they need to help loading cows or help with my mother, but they still do.
But they do.
Yeah.
I can't believe you mentioned cows and your mother in the same sentence.
Right. I wasn't talking about my mother. Yeah. But the construction, they're so nice. Like, because we are understaffed and there's a lot of heavy lifting. When I'm lifting heavy things around, they all come, I'm lifting hay bales, which is something I do every day. And every time they see me lifting, they're like, oh, let me get that for you. I'm like, no, I do this every day. It's fine. But if they see me doing anything, they're, hooking up a trail or they're running out to help, which is really nice.
The other nice thing is they love the animals.
Oh, they do, yeah.
Like, every now and again you see them like stand there taking a selfie with different animals. So they're and Clevel, the main guy, almost every day I see him, he calls his dad in Brazil. Oh. And his dad's, he's showing him around the farm, showing him all the different animals. And
they have a good time.
So
so I feel like Goldy delivered them to us. Because I talked to a couple different carpenters, and Clevel came in to do the fence, and I was like, he's perfect. He did a great job on the fence, and I thought, I'll give it a shot, see how well he works out. So it's been really nice.
And but the other thing, so I was. This was interesting. I was out with Bo today at the back, just helping him with something. And he said to me, he probably didn't even mention this to you, but he said there's one of the fence posts, he decided he's going to move it.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Because he said, there's no way you can get the tractors through there.
Okay. Oh.
And they're thinking, like,
practicalities
on your behalf, like, and saying, now maybe you don't want him to do that, but
well, I realized, it's funny you should bring that up, because I talked to Wallace about this, and I said that we don't have to worry, because Wallace this was just yesterday, so maybe they were thinking about it yesterday. Wallace is like, the tractor, you can't get the tractor through, and I'm like, yeah, but the fence over here, like, there's two ways to get to the Tanner barn, which is now the Tilston barn. Oh. There's two ways to get to the Tilston barn. It's the one through the back driveway, and the other is to come around through here.
Yes.
And if we come around through here, we can get to the tractor I'm trying to get, because we have to do that cleanup of the arena and
we need to re-level it at some point.
Re-level it, and a lot of that, the smell is getting better, but put more stone dust in there, and you can get to the arena going this way.
Yeah.
If you need to get to the Tanner barn, you got to drive around and go that way. So that fence needs a gate, a small gate, but not a tractor-wide gate.
Well, I think he was
unless
thinking
you moved it already, then we need a tractor-wide gate.
I've got an idea. Yeah.
Oh no.
So we can talk. We don't need to discuss.
You give him an inch. You tell him he's got a brain, and next thing he wants to use it. For Christ's sakes.
It's not just a pretty face, you know.
Well, I think it was actually Bo's idea. And I think he came up with it because I showed him the back entrance today, like from the road.
Yeah.
So he had an idea there.
Oh, okay. I'm open to anything. This is a community farm now. I talked to a woman at. They were so nice today.
Yeah.
So excited. We got there and there was like, we walk in the activity room and there's just like one guy sitting there, We're like, are we on the wrong day? And next thing you know, there's 3 elevator bays, and they just start rolling. People out. They all came descend. We got there a few minutes early, and there was a woman that was there with her husband, and they were so thrilled with the bunnies. They really wanted to come out. She said, "Can anybody come out?" And I'm like, "No. There's an age limit.
Yeah.
You got to be at least 70."
Why is it called the Tanner's Barn?
Because Tanner was
Built it. Is that right?
Tanner was, I don't know, like I think 15 or 16 at the time, and
Who's
my mother
Tanner?
wanted to give him a job. So Tanner and one of the construction guys that worked for my mother went out there and built it, and it
But
was like
who was Tanner?
Tanner was Steve's son, and he was a volunteer, really nice kid
Yeah.
from Maine. He would come down with his dad. They would stay over in the upstairs in the laundry, because that's where a lot of the staff would stay when they were here. So they would stay here for like the weekend.
Yeah.
So Tanner was always here, and he needed a project. So my mother decided to build a barn, and it was at the same time, because the whole barn used to be for horses.
Yeah.
It was my mother's idea, because she's like, I'll just kick Janine out of the barn, and we'll use it for the service dog project. So she took the horses that were here, built that barn, and it was a run-in shed.
Mm-hmm.
And Tanner built it and learned how to build a barn.
Yes.
And it was named after Tanner. But Tanner has since all grown up and has his own. I haven't seen or heard. And Steve doesn't like my mother, so
Yeah.
a little bit of a falling out after some drama, obviously. And there were. My mother, believe it or not, I have to say, wasn't the. I don't want to go into the details, but there's rules on the property about alcohol, and so that was the start of that. Failed. And so, but we still have the Tanner barn. It's always been named Tanner. I don't want to take it away from Tanner, but I think that it would be a good, while we're changing the guard and we're starting on a new vision, I think it would be the Tilston barn, because it seems to be where Elizabeth hides all the animals from you and I.
What animals?
Exactly.
Honestly.
What animals? What
Oh.
animals? We forgot to put the chickens. We got to remember to put the chickens out there.
Right. The
What chickens? Oh, those chickens. Yeah, we think we've got enough time now to put the. Hang on.
oh my God! Look at the chickens.
Yeah,
That
the chickens
proves
are
that
going
chickens
that
have
way.
Have sound.
Yeah.
So we're going to put them in the arena.
But we can't do it until after Wallace is trained, because that would be just
Oh, right.
horrific.
Wallace is coming to train.
Horrific.
Hilda was asking if mail chats will eventually be on YouTube like they used to. Is that right?
Yes, they will. The answer is that. Because what we're going to do is we're going to put.
Camera
We have all
in.
the cameras now.
Yeah.
So we got to put a camera here in the headquarters.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're putting a camera over in the White House. So when my mother decides to, my mother's not going to do mail call every day. Sometimes, like, she's napping today. And sometimes she doesn't feel quite up to doing mail call.
Yeah.
So, but we're going to have a camera over there. First, number one, it will go on and off. That camera should go on and off.
Yeah.
And so I can keep an eye on her when I'm not here. We can all keep an eye on her in case she
Yeah.
falls or anything like that. And then we'll turn it on to do mail call. So
Yeah.
yes, it will all be. We're getting there. I feel like as far as the technology and getting the cameras in, and it's been really slow. But at the same time, if you look at the gazillion other things that we've been doing, we're making progress, because we're doing all of this in addition to bringing out animals and doing to nursing homes 4 or 5 days a week.
Yes.
So we only have a few hours of time after that to really accomplish things,
Yes.
Yep.
Which is good.
which is good.
I think that's it.
Okay,
I think we've been through everything. If we missed anything, we'll try and reply
I'm going
later.
to go back to be putting up the shelves in my mother's house, which is good. And
Oh, I brought up all the
I found them
doors
all.
and the
Yeah.
shelves.
I don't
There
know.
are more shelves still in that container if those aren't the right ones.
I
But I
think-
brought the ones that I think are most likely
All right,
to be
I
the
didn't
right
see
ones.
I didn't see where you put the doors, but I'm putting in shelves right now. Very excited.
Yes,
Gonna feed.
indeedy.
She just woke up,
Excellent.
Okay.
so
You can
feeding
feed her.
Feeding her. She didn't like her first. I fed her.
The first attempt.
She didn't like. Judy and I went and got her some dinner, some prepared dinner. She didn't like it, so she's now having soup. Yeah. So,
All right.
I know what I'm having for dinner is what she didn't eat.
Yeah. This is actually it's quite a tricky thing because when we buy things, sometimes she eats a little bit of it and then she goes off it, and then we're left with it. So it is just trying to maintain an interesting diet for her without boring her of the same food. So, but we're on it.
Yeah.
We're on it.
She's not starving to death, even though she will tell everyone we don't feed her. She's very well fed.
Yeah.
She's perhaps better, like
Better than we are.
better than we are. Yeah. She had chicken wings for lunch today. She had 2 options for dinner. So chicken wings and salad.
Was it yesterday she asked me to get her something from the fridge out in there, and there was this beautiful, like prawn, like shrimp salad, and
Judy picks that up for her.
Yeah, no, I picked that one up.
Did you
She
pick
had
that
that
up?
for dinner.
like
Yeah.
pretty high end, like
Yeah,
salad. Like.
Farmer Brown's. Yeah,
I
I
know.
make her good salad. And then she's like, I don't feel like salad, so it sits there for 3 days until I come along and eat it.
But you see, I don't let her eat prawns if she's had them for more than a day. I put them out in case she gets an upset stomach.
I didn't know to do
That's
that.
my prawn roll.
Oh, I
Oh,
will.
shrimp roll. Shrimp. You call
Yeah.
them shrimp.
Yeah.
Prawns,
I was like,
shrimp.
first of all, they're shrimp, not prawn.
Yeah.
And second of all, they were 2 days old and I ate them.
Oh well,
No problem.
on you, on
No
you.
problem.
Your mother's got a delicate constitution.
Very, very delicate.
So,
but
we've got to be careful.
We did make her take a shower today, so Mike is looking up. The shower worked well.
Did it?
Yes.
Yeah.
She complained, but if the water was warm,
Yeah.
she rolled in there.
And the bathroom was warm enough.
The whole thing was perfect.
Oh.
As far as my assessment, but
It's actually very difficult going from outside into the White House because you go in and before you've got time to take off your jacket and your layers, you're absolutely roasting hot.
Yeah, it's
It's
really warm in
so
there.
hot.
Yeah.
So
So
hot.
she was complaining. She comes out and she's like, about it, the shower, and I was like, because I was thinking, I'm like, what's wrong with the shower? And she's like, it's wet in there. But Judy put her curlers in, so she's all fine now. Yeah. So the shower actually worked
I
well.
can't believe you put in a really wet shower.
I know. Yeah.
You're atrocious.
I know. Yeah. I can't wait to get that old and just be opinionated about everything. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, and I'll tell you the funny thing. I thought you were coming a wee bit later on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
See, this is all the tales coming out now. I thought you were coming a wee bit later on Sunday morning, so I was up really early, and I made her a coffee and brought her a coffee down. You know, a frothy coffee.
Oh, those are
right?
good.
So I brought her a frothy coffee down, and then you turned up really early. So she'd been sipping it. She said, "This is really nice. This is really nice. This is great." And I said, "Oh, there's Janine, and she's got your Dunkin' Donuts." She said, "Oh," she's like, "Hide it, hide it, hide it." And I was like, right, okay. So we put it down on the shelf, and she came in and she went, "Oh, thanks, Janine."
Oh, I didn't notice it.
And I was,
Why is she so enthusiastic today about her coffee? I bring it every day.
I know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
because-
the reason I was a little early is because she started texting me at 6:30 and woke me up.
Well, so next time she's showering,
Yeah.
maybe we should try like a dust bath, like a dust shower. We could like put a big pile of dust, like from the chicken house. In
I
there or
spent a
something.
fortune on a wet room where she could roll in there.
Roll in,
And
roll
you're like,
out.
maybe we could just dust her off.
It's like a
dust-
Carleen
it's
wash,
a dust
isn't it?
bath,
Yeah.
like what the chickens and the donkeys do. They just roll around in the dust.
Yeah.
Well,
that'll
maybe what we need is instead of you know those Dyson blades that you put your hands in and out.
Oh,
maybe we need a person
her.
one and
Yeah.
put her in it.
Well, you've got that thing that for the dogs where you blow the air at them.
I don't think she'd like that.
Yeah, I don't think we would like that either, because
No.
that's just
No.
not a good idea.
No, 'cause one of us would have to
Because
do
I
it.
just rolled her in there, like, she had a towel on. I'm like, okay, go ahead. I'm leaving now. You're on your own. Yell if you fall. But she was sitting, so she was fine.
Well, she was on her shower
Yeah,
stool,
yeah.
so yeah.
Just
See-
too wet in the shower.
See all these changes in life that we're adapting
Yeah,
to.
yeah. So,
Here
all
we
right.
are.
We'll see you all. Hopefully there'll be a good show with the chickens tonight, with the donkeys.
Yeah, exactly. Unless they all fight over them.
I know.
Well,
They're
night
gonna
night.
freak when the thing
I
makes a
know,
noise.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you later. Bye bye.
Bye.